Now you have got an album out called Radical. What's the story behind Radical?
Radical is, I was up thinking about the meaning, the word radical, and one of the definitions to radical is to go against tradition. And I was like, man, that's the message that I want to portray to the youth and to anyone who hears the music, to go against the norm in your life. And the norm in your life can mean no one ever graduating high school. So it's radical for you to believe that you can do that. We as believers, it's radical to serve a God we can't see. You know, that's radical in general. So we some radical people. So I'm just encouraging people to be yourself, but be radical, go against the norm, go against tradition and what people are saying you can't do.
You got a favorite song on the album?
Every song has a favorite song. But I mean, right now in this season, the first one, Out of My Way. It's speaking to the obstacles, the challenges that are before us. Sometimes you look at the mountain and we run, but the Bible says that we can speak to it. And that's what that song is saying, get out of my way, because it's a lot of people I feel like is being shackled and chained down. But I'm saying this year, we're not taking that no more. Get out of my way, whatever it is, frustration, doubt, worry, opinions, out of my way. I will achieve everything the Lord has set me to achieve. I've been through serious case of depression. With my mom, we've been homeless. My wife, I've been jobless. Don't know where my next meal was gonna come from, how we was gonna pay the rent, how we gonna get the lights cut back on. Man, I done been low to the point where I didn't want anything to do with God or the church, so I tried to run and he reeled me right back in. I've been walking with God and ended up suicidal, man, because the way I view myself and the opinions and the voices in my own head that discouraged me and told me that what I'm doing is not of God and it's not gonna move and I won't progress. So that had me with pills in my hand thinking about taking my own life. I think at least twice that I can remember off the top of my head that I was in that situation, but it was the grace of God, as you can see, that I'm still here. It wasn't until I hit depression and I got suicidal and wanted to give up on life is when Jesus became real to me. When he showed up right there and told me, you don't got to do this. He told me that he has a better plan for me, and he gave me a vision of where he wanted me to go. I had a vision of thousands of young people being on fire for God, using their gifts for his glory. They was dancing, they were singing, they was writing poetry. Man, they was rapping, you know what I'm saying? They was writing books, all for his glory, but they were doing it at the best.
What have you learned about when you do push through and get through the other side of fear? What's there?
Oof, it's joy on the other side of fear. Fear is just, I think it's validation that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. The fact that the enemy is challenging you to take your life, you should use that as confirmation that you're supposed to be here. Fear will shackle you. It will hold you. It'll have you. That's where depression came from. That's where anger will come from, and doubt, because you're scared. Scared of what? To be who God's calling you to be. Scared to move forward. Scared of what's on the other side of that wall. But once I was able to, through prayer and my wife's encouraging words and pastor and some friends pushing me, I was able to get past myself and get to the other side of that wall.